is actually performing at the Fort Worth Comedy Festival on March 21st, which coincidentally is also the same day that Catch Me If You Can is closing here at the Pocket, so make sure you check out both. She is a stand-up comedian, and her students think that she's very funny and very tall. Give it up for Charlotte Parker!
You're very observant. My students are mostly 5-year-olds. You know, people tend to assume that I'm Irish, Catholic, and straight when I'm actually Jewish, queer, and depressed. Thank you. I don't know which one you're cheering for, but I appreciate the support for those. Thank you. Great. So do I. I am, in fact, a ginger Jew, which scientists have classified recently as critically endangered. So, yeah, I'll give you my Venmo later if you're interested. But doctors tend to assume that I'm straight, which can be annoying sometimes. I was seeing this doctor once, and he asked me if I was on birth control. And when I said no, he stopped, and he looked up at me very seriously. And he said, "What are you doing to prevent pregnancy?" I was like, my girlfriend? But, you know, one annoying thing about being out as a comedian is that oftentimes, whenever people say something even remotely funny around me now, they turn to me and go, "You should put that in your stand-up." As if I'm going to credit them when I steal their joke, right? One person who thinks she contributes a lot to my stand-up is my mom. Anytime I call her out for saying or doing something problematic, she goes, "Oh, I'm just giving you material." I'm like, "Yeah, for therapy, Mom." And I said all this to my therapist recently, and she went, "Ha! You should put that in your stand-up." So, if anyone knows a good therapist, I'm in the market. You know, back to the whole depression thing for a second, because I like to keep it light and fun. When I first told my mom that I was depressed, her well-meaning response was, "Oh, honey, do you think it's because of the weight you gained recently?" I'm like, "Well, now it is." Well, PSA, if someone tells you that they're depressed, don't try to guess why. Just never a good idea. I am actually, so I'm bisexual, and a few people have asked me if I have a preference for dating guys versus girls. And personally, no, I don't have a preference. But financially, dating guys is way better. No contest. I mean, I went on a date with a guy recently, and when the bill came, he was like, "Don't worry, I got this." And I said, "Listen, I am an independent woman with a mountain of student loan debt, so yeah, actually go right ahead. That is fine." But when I go on a date with a girl, I never know how much is going to come out of my wallet during the date. Like, does she pay because her hair's shorter? Or do I pay because my voice is lower? But she's on a rugby team, though. I don't... If it's a tie, then we just settle it based on who has more cats. So, and I have 2, so it can go either way. You know, there tends to be I think there's a lot of tension between the different generations these days. And I think one major reason for it is miscommunication. Because we have different words for different things, and that can get confusing. Like recently my boss found this little shelving unit that she thought I might like on my desk. But rather than just say it in those words, she brought this shelving unit up to me and said, "Charlotte, does this turn you on?" I was like, that's not what being bisexual means. I don't know what Urban Dictionary rabbit hole you fell into. It's not it. What else am I going to tell you guys about? So, I started dating someone recently. It's funny, I had actually just deleted all of my dating apps, except Amazon, which is where we met. She's a professional back massager, and she had really high ratings, so that was what caught my eye. What caught her eye was that my credit card worked. So, she's got a really vibrant personality, which I like a lot. But she's an introvert like me. You know, during the day she just likes to stay home and recharge. But at night she's got like way more energy, which is awesome. And I'll admit, she can be a bit intense sometimes depending on how much I've been pushing her buttons. But, you know, it's a good relationship because we communicate really well. I mean, she never sends me cryptic text messages. She never gives me the cold shoulder. She never has to ask if I came, which is refreshing. Plus, if it doesn't work out within 30 days, I can return her for free. So, you know, they say money can't buy love, but it can buy fun, vibrating toys that come in bright colors, as I learned. And yes, plus they don't do annoying things like arguing with you over the thermostat, or hogging all the blanket, or cheating on you with their ex-fiance, and then leaving you for the ex-fiance. Oh, is that one just me? Okay, cool. I'm fine, don't worry. So enough about my vibrator. I work with little kids, as I mentioned earlier. Thank you. Yeah.
Great sentence.
Sharp left. I teach acting classes at a children's theater, and I teach a lot of our K through 2 classes, so 5 to 7-year-olds. One of the best things about working with kids that little is that they have no filter whatsoever. And one of the worst things about working with kids that little is that they have no filter whatsoever. We were doing a craft once, and as I'm bending over to look at this one kid's artwork, I hear a girl behind me go, "Hey, Miss Charlotte, look, the turkey is a hooker."
Wait, what?
So I turn around, yeah, that was my thought, and I see that she has found this plastic cooked turkey prop from one of our Christmas shows on the shelf, and she's just hanging her necklace on the leg of it like it's a hook. And she goes, "See? It's a hooker." So, like a good teacher, I explained that the proper term is escort. And I was like, "Look, that turkey has a name, all right? It's Amber, and she's just trying to pay her way through law school, so leave her alone. Also give her any singles if you have any." I'll end on this. Beginning of one of my classes, one of my 5-year-old students came up to me, poked me in the stomach, and said, "Is that a baby?" And my first thought is, no, it's a 26-year-old with feelings. But I thought, no, this is a teachable moment, I should explain. So I took a deep breath, knelt down so I was on her level, and I said, "Listen, bitch. This actually was a baby, but you just poked a hole right through it, so not anymore." Thanks, bitch. Oh no, don't cry. You saved me a trip to the pharmacy. It's okay. On that dark note, my name is Charlotte Barker. Thank you guys so much.